Here we are. Here we are. Not 2, not 3 weeks from Halloween. Who do you think we are? Who do you think we are? Why do you think I'm here? When we got racism in Nova Scotia, then we got racism in the oil pipeline. Who do we blame? We blame the Trudeau government. We blame the Nova Scotia government when it comes to fishing, or when it comes to the oil pipeline. We know, Justin Trudeau, that your father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, was a racist. I stand with the Mi'kmaq Aboriginal people of Canada, which you call Indigenous. And then we look at the pipeline, the Trans-Canada pipeline. And why do you think racism has been in Canada for 150 years? We're not talking about your father who was Prime Minister of Canada. Look at the Indian Act. Look at the Indian Act. And tell me that native rights don't matter, Justin Trudeau. We will not falter. We will not go away, Justin Trudeau. This is a message to the Nova Scotia deal and how you're infringing on the Aboriginal rights. 2 fires in one night, and the oil Trans-Canada oil pipeline. Do you think that we will not have help from our brothers and sisters to the south? And what you're creating, Trudeau? I will never, and I mean ever, vote for another Trudeau in my tenure. And what kind of a racist family you drive in Canada, and what your father drove when he was Prime Minister. What you're doing, Justin Trudeau, is wrong. You have no respect for the Aboriginal people across Canada, not after you bought an oil pipeline, the Trans-Canada Pipeline. Your ancestors tried to kill off the native people in Canada, and the church and the government failed miserably. First, it started out with a young Aboriginal lady in Quebec, where the Premier of Quebec said there's no systemic racism in Quebec. Yet there was Orca, Quebec, in 1990, and one Brian Mulroney, Prime Minister of Canada, said we will not tolerate terrorism in our country. Your government, Quebec's government, had the audacity to say that to the First Nations of Canada and try and get away with it. We see everything, and we forgive nothing, Justin Trudeau, of your actions against the First Nations of Canada. Child and Family Services, you are on the prison system of Canada. You're on call. 89% of the prison population in Canada is Aboriginal. 90% of the children in Child and Family Services is Aboriginal. You will not win. This is a personal message to the Trudeau government. We will never vote for another Trudeau in history that you see as just, and the Native people see as racism. We know about the Indian Affairs law. That the Indian Affairs law sees Aboriginal people as second-class citizens. The Winnipeg police murdered J.J. Harper in 1989, and all 4 police officers of the Winnipeg police committed suicide. who am I? I only hope to the Creator that this reaches your office. Justin Trudeau! You will never kill us because your forefathers and the churches failed miserably to kill the Indian. Let this be a message to the Canadian government and to our CMP. We know that you are paying our CMP to kidnap our Aboriginal sisters and mothers and aunties into sex slavery into foreign countries. We know there is a pedophilia sex ring in Canada. Reconciliation is coming to the shores of Canada and to the world. That one day racism will be wiped out with a blink of an eye. It takes 4 generations for it to be wiped out. We won't be here. Long gone will you be dead when reconciliation comes. And your oil pipeline, Justin Trudeau, will be long forgotten. And your government failed, just like the residential school, just like the churches, and all those involved will die without my ancestors know. My elders know. They will never, ever vote for another Trudeau. Ever. You are racist. Pierre Elliott Trudeau was racist. And that's your legacy, Justin Trudeau. You will never, ever wipe out the Aboriginal people in Canada. Your ancestors failed. The churches failed. And your legacy will